Right, so I've got some zips here, and this was actually a club member mentioned or showed us their pouch today in the 77 Club, and it was absolutely gorgeous, but I did have to warn them about the zipper that they had chosen, because the zipper that they had chosen was absolutely gorgeous. I personally really love it. I have it myself in my stash, but it comes with a big warning that lots of people don't know about when they purchase these zippers. They're kind of everywhere at the moment. It's one reason why I will never include it in the bag maker's box, the subscription box from Studio 77. So I want to just warn you all about it. It's not any of these. I brought these out as extras to show you so you can see the difference. It is, drum roll please, the Humble Stripy Zip. Isn't it absolutely fabulous? Can't get my words out. It creates such a cool pattern, especially black and white. It looks really cool with the white thread on the black tape as well, the teeth I should say. Absolutely brilliant, you may think, except if you ever use this for a bag that you need to cut into, and I know 77 Club members, you're going to know this because we did do a complete masterclass on zipper tape where I talked about this and mentioned this as well. So a lot of you will know about this, but I wanted to spread the word here on YouTube as well because it's really important, and I will explain to you how I actually found this out. I thought I had, oh no, I moved it over there. I thought I had the remnants of my project where it all went wrong because of this zipper tape, and it went into the naughty corner. And I still haven't, after about 2.5, 3 years at least, I still haven't picked that project up because it has traumatized me. Sounds a bit dramatic. Me? Dramatic? Never. Jane says it's cool, but it's hurting my eyes. Oh no, it's probably flashing on the screen. Michelle says, oh, that's about the Maggie switch. It's definitely easier than it looks. Just take it step by step and don't expect to get it done in an afternoon. Yes. Hi, Sean. Hi, Janet as well. Okay, so this stripy zip looks very cool, but be warned, if you make any snips into it, it will disintegrate, and I'm going to show you. Now you may think, oh well, people say don't ever cut into zips. You can cut into zips. Cutting into zips will not hurt your zip. I've just realised, oh, here we go, I've got some scissors. I thought for a second I didn't have any scissors near me. Now, when you're sewing a project like the shark, let me just grab, I've got my shark just off to the side here. For the mouth, you're going to want to snip into the zipper tape to go around this curve. That is going to help you get this really lovely seam, really straight without any puckering, so that it goes round and you can manipulate it how you want it to be. But cutting into a normal zip is totally fine. So you cut into it, usually the seam allowance on all my patterns anyway is 1/4 inch. So you're going to make little snips as you go along so that it can go around the curve, so that you can have it go whichever way. Hopefully that's showing up. That's why I chose a white zip, but it doesn't look like it is. Might need to do it a little bit more, I guess, to show you. And you can make those snips and then it will curve around your project how you want it to be. And that's totally fine. It does fray a little bit on that snip, but it's not going to fall apart just by the nature of how these zips are woven. If you take a look at the back of these zips, you can kind of see that they, I don't know what you call that, but it's a different weave. It's not a kind of warp and weft regular weave that you would have or find on fabric. It's got a special weave on zipper tape. It's also why we always use, or I always recommend you use double-sided tape when you're putting in zipper tapes, because it does move differently to any other fabric that you're probably going to use it with. It just does not have, not even a little minute piece of give. It just won't move. It's extremely rigid with the weave that they use for these zipper tapes. And that's on almost every zipper tape apart from our stripy friend here. And I'm going to show you. I did pull out this one as well because I thought that you could see, maybe you can't, I thought that you could see the weave a little bit better on the back. Most printed tapes are totally fine. They don't, when you cut into them, they don't disintegrate. They are printed on top of that kind of regular weave. Same with this one here. See how it's white on the back, or plain colour on the back, and then it's got the print on the top. With these stripy ones, you can see it's actually woven into the tape. You still have that rigidity, but it's woven into the tape so that it's got that warp and weft. But if you cut it, I do have a little offcut here. Oh, here's another printed one that some of you might recognise from a previous bag maker's box. Hasn't got the print on the back, so we know it's fine. It's not woven into the zipper tape. Here is a little offcut I've got of that stripy zipper tape. I'm just checking your comments that I haven't missed any. I'm just going to put these teeth together as well, because it's going to make it a little bit easier to see. Incidentally, this is one of the techniques that I used or showed on the bag making challenge this in the last couple of weeks, and you all thought it was really nifty, where you just put in the teeth, you kind of push them in with your hands. It's definitely a bit of a knack, and I've just pulled it apart as soon as I closed it, which is really annoying, but it means you can close up the end of your zipper tape, so it makes it a bit easier for inserting at each end. Anyway, you can probably see here that this is disintegrating right from the very teeth. And I actually had one of my testers recently have this happen to their bag, that they snipped into this stripy tape when they were going around the curve, and just like it did for me, it completely disintegrated. And I'm going to see if I can replicate that, because it seems to be when you cut into it to snip there, it kind of jeopardizes the whole weave and makeup of the fabric. Let's see if I can pull, and often it will pull off the end of that kind of sealed end as well, so that when you stitch it in, the whole thing can just pull out. And that is what happened to me. You can see it doing it there. Look, the threads are coming out. So if you're pushing and pulling and birthing your zip, you can see, birthing your bag, you can see how the whole thing could just fall apart. And that is what happened to me on a zipper pouch. I was right near the end and the whole thing just disintegrated. The teeth came apart. Oh, it was just an absolute nightmare. So I wanted to come on, do a quick live tonight and just show you to be careful. Doesn't mean you can't use these zips, but don't use them on curves. Use them on a straight pouch like the Valentina pouch, one of my free patterns on my channel. Use them on any kind of small zipper pouch, any big bag that it has a straight zipper, but don't use them on curves. Yeah, like I say, it doesn't mean you know don't get one, but just be aware that it can be fatal to your bag making if you don't use it in the right way. If you're worried about it, then yeah, maybe don't get it, but just definite word of warning out there. I know other people have talked about it. I feel like we can't talk about it enough, because if you have that happen to you, you're going to get really mad at everybody and be really mad that nobody told you. So here I am telling you, spread the word, share this video with others so that they don't have that happen, like it happened to me, like it happened to my tester, like it has happened to so many people I have seen. Donna says, can't believe how much they disintegrated. Anita says, don't know what I pressed, but YouTube went on to something else and I missed the crucial reason why. Oh, because it all disintegrates is the crucial reason why, Anita. Hopefully you caught that anyway. Can you cut into ordinary zips too? Yes, you can cut into any ordinary zips because they are woven in a specific way that it doesn't fray. It is just with those stripy zips. And I feel that even if you put fray check or burn the snipped bits, it could still disintegrate. I just do not trust it at all. If you are worried about cutting into a regular zip, you could also burn the little cuts and put fray check or definitely don't put fray check and then burn, because that would not be good. Probably catch on fire. But you could do that if you really wanted to. But I've never had to do that, and it's always been fine. On every other zip, every curve that I've ever put into a bag, it's been totally fine, other than with a stripy zip. Martin says, marvellous tip, I will remember that, but I won't get the stripy one. Becky's watching from, is it Goldendale? Is that Wisconsin? Very cool. That stripy zip, it's pretty horrendous. Yes, Anita. Hannah says, so glad I've learnt this before I got any further. No worries. Esther's fallen foul to a stripy zip. No. Sorry I'm late. Not sure what you're talking about. You can watch it on playback after this video has ended. It will all stay up on the channel. I think that's everything for today. If you're in the 77 Club, I will see you on Sunday evening for our guest speaker. If you're curious about anything that I've talked about, any of the patterns, any of the 77 Club stuff or the bag makers box, you can find that all in the description too. Do pop any of your questions or queries below in the comments, especially if you're watching on replay, or if you're watching on live, you can pop them on the live chat and I will stay on for a little bit afterwards and answer if you have any queries there too. All right, remember I go live on here every Thursday at 8 p.m. So I shall see you back here next Thursday. Also at the end of every month, I've done 2 months now, I am doing a bag making news roundup of all the latest patterns that I have seen from all different designers and any bag making news that you need to be aware of. If you find anything on those lines, please do share them in the Facebook group, which is called Sew Create and Craft by Studio 77. You can find a link for that in the description too. And I shall see you back here, same time, same place on this channel next Thursday. Have a lovely evening. Take care, everybody. Bye.